Good morning, everybody. It's K Speaks again. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to talk to you all about this morning. So I figured I'd do both subjects. I'll do two videos, one on the subject I'm going to start off with, and then the next video will be on something I really want to warn men about. But let's start off with this one. Should you date if you're a young man with ambition, goal set, and things like that? You got stuff going for yourself. I'm not talking about the thugs. This channel is not for the thugs. Thugs, if you're listening, this is not for you. This is for the guys that are good, because the good guys seem to always finish last, especially in the United States. But thugs, this is not for you. This channel is for the guys that are actually about something, not Madden Kings as they call them. The guys that are like living off of chicks and that sort of nonsense. But should a young man, when I say young man, I'm thinking like, late teens, definitely in your 20s, maybe even in your like early 30s or whatever. Should a young man deal with a woman or date a woman who has kids? And I know there's a lot of videos on YouTube about this. I'm not saying mine is going to be better than theirs. Maybe you'll get something from mine that you won't get from somebody else, and vice versa, and that's what these are all about. It's all about helping people out. But should you date a single mother? Every situation is a little different. Every situation is a little different. But honestly, in my opinion, in my honest and humble opinion, if you're a young man, shouldn't date single women with kids, especially if she has more than one. Like I said, there's always exceptions to the rule. There's always, some exception to the rule. But remember, the exception to the rule is not the rule. The exception to the rules is just that. It's an exception. Normally, I would say no. Do not do it. Don't get yourself involved with a woman who has kids. If you're a young man and you have stuff going for yourself and you have a bright future ahead of yourself. If you're a thug, of course, like I said, this channel's not for the thugs, but they'll do it, and they don't have much going for themselves. But young men who have stuff going for themselves, don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't date a woman who has kids. If there's tons of single women out there. There's tons of single women who have things going for themselves, who are getting their education, and who are not reproducing with people that are losers, and creating. I know people hate the term bastard child, but there's a lot of young women out there who don't have those kind of issues. One thing that you're gonna deal with if you date a woman who has kids, most of the time, I'd say 99% of the time, if you want to go that route, you're gonna have to deal with the kid's dad in some form or fashion. And that's not always good, because there's a lot of these guys that these ladies are having kids with who really don't want to see the lady happy. They've messed her up or done whatever they had a kid with her or whatever, bounced on her, and now she's had issues from that. But there are a lot of times these girls, these women, they get with these guys, and this happens, they have kids. You always have to see them. You always have to see them. If the dad is in the picture, you will always have to see him. And honestly, even if she's not married to him, which most of the time is the case, of course she's not married to him because she's single. But if she has never even been married to him, it'll be like she was married to him, because they have that common denominator, which is the kid. So just know that when he comes around, if she's not intelligent, if she's not mature and knows how to put things in place and prioritize her relationship with you, he's going to come first. Why? Because, that's my kid's dad. He was here before you. He'll be here after you. If you decide to leave, yeah, you will hear that probably. Trust me on that one. So I would say no. Don't do it, man. Don't put yourself in that position to get run amok and hoodwinked and bamboozled by these chicks. And then a lot of times they'll say, I'm not looking for a dad for my kid because my kid already has a dad. Yeah, but you know what? The kid that he has a dad, or she has a dad, but the dad's a loser. 90% of the time, this is the case. So, and then you hear him talk, oh, well, his dad ain't this and his dad doesn't do that. Well, you slept with them. And you continue to enable him by taking care of most of the responsibilities while this guy does whatever he wants to do. So, don't deal with it because of that. That's probably one of the biggest issues you're going to have if you're dealing with it. And now if she has kids, like more than just one kid, then, that's even more of an issue. She has more responsibility to take care of. She's her life is basically going to be on hold because she has kids, which is, rightfully so. Her responsibility and her priorities should be her kids, which by default puts you second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever amount of kids she has. You're going to be behind that. And if the baby daddy is so-called a friend, you're going to be behind him too. And, if you're okay with being around a guy that, if you're okay with being around this guy, then, then that's on you. Like I said, every situation is different. But if you like being around him, or like seeing this guy coming in and out of the house, or, whatever the case may be, then, that's on you. But 90% of the time, most guys do not want to, like, oh, hey, yeah, he's over at the house again. Oh, he's got his feet kicked up on the coffee table. You don't want to, you don't want to come over and then the dude's just sitting there like, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? It's just awkward, man. You're young. You have stuff going for yourself. You got a good head on your shoulder. Find someone that's single that you can build your own legacy with. You get involved with a woman who has kids, you're gonna more than likely, they say that they're not looking for a dad for their kid, but if the real dad was really worth something, then she'd probably still be with them, 9 times out of 10. And most of the time, these girls are getting with guys who are straight up losers anyway, and they know that they are, but they still lay down and have sex with these guys and get babies by them. And scream, oh, well, I was using this and I was using it. Okay, well, this happened more than once sometimes. I don't know. It's supposed to be birth control, but you're not really using it properly or something. Maybe there's a user error. I don't know. Every situation may be different. However, the exception to the rule is not the rule. Remember that. You got to pound that in your head because, everybody say, oh, every situation different. Mine happened this way, mine happened that way. Yeah, but it happened. And so anyhow, you got to deal with this guy. And if the woman has multiple kids by multiple people, then the plot thickens. It gets even worse. What she will do, she will compartmentalize each kid's dad. So whenever that kid's dad comes around and causes an issue, 9 times out of 10, when they see she's with somebody who's worth something, it's going to be an issue. He may not say it's going to be an issue. He may be like, cool about it or whatever, but behind closed doors, he's got an issue because he knows that you're better than him and you have more to offer her than he did. And more than likely, you're just a more genuine person with better values. So he's not gonna like that just from that alone. You have something going for yourself and he doesn't, and so he may cause little problems here and there, and get her riled up, and use the kid as a tool to kind of like wedge in between you guys, and she may not even see it because a lot of times women are very emotional, and they don't see these things, but you'll see it because you'll be standing from the outside looking in and saying, what the heck is going on here? So anytime he causes a problem with her, she's going to get upset, and then that's going to be an issue with you and her. And she may not see it that way, but it's the truth, because whenever she's going to be upset, that problem is going to affect her, and which is going to affect you guys because you're with her. Stay away from it, man. Just don't deal with it because of that, too. Now, if she has a lot of kids and the kids are bad, run, man, run. If the kids are bad and she doesn't have any control of them and she just lets them get away with doing whatever they want to do, that is not the place for you. Like I said, there's tons of single women out there. you have no kids, don't deal with it. If you're young and you have, like I said, you got a good head on your shoulder, don't deal with the woman who has kids, and especially don't deal with the woman who has kids from different guys. It's chaotic. It's just more than likely it's not going to work. Most of the time, these things don't work. Trust me on this. It doesn't work. It's just too much for you to deal with at a young age, man. You should be out there, you know, cutting the path through life and, you know, achieving things and whatnot. This person has already made a lot of mistakes, and that doesn't necessarily make the person a bad person, but they've made a lot of mistakes that will hinder your relationship with that person because they have so much baggage that they have to deal with, and now it will become your problem if you stay with this person. For some states, I don't know if you guys know this, but in some states, if you dating the person and you're around the kids for a certain amount of time, or you even help with them a little bit, that person can take you to court for child support. I think, don't quote me on this, but I think states like New York, if you're dating a woman and she has kids and you kind of come in and like kind of help take care of them here and there, she can get you. You'll be paying child support for a kid that is not yours. And in your early 20s, late teens, even early 30s, you don't want to deal with that, man. You don't want to deal with this. Is somebody else. Somebody else had fun making this kid, but yet you're going to be the one paying the child support for it. At an age like, in the prime of your life, you shouldn't be dealing with stuff like that. K-Speaks is a channel that's all about helping men out, young men make better decisions and see red flags before you hit it, man. That's the reason why I do what I do. So I have no profit in telling you bad information. I definitely want to help people out, help young men make good decisions, help them find more suitable women to be with if that's the case, or make better decisions on having suitable women in their lives, because there's a lot of women out there that are just tearing men apart. And not only does these things waste your time when you're dealing with a woman who has, at your age, at a young age, when you're dealing with a woman with kids, especially kids with different people, you know, it not only are you wasting your time, but you're wasting also your money a lot of times. So, and that money, like I said, in the form, whether it be in the form of child support, you're taking care of people's kids, that a lot of times these guys aren't even taking care of the kids themselves. So she will have you taking care of the kids, and you're spending money, your resources, on kids that are not yours. Now, like I said, every situation is different. There are some women, you know, who have it together and they know how to put things in priority. I'm not talking about those. I'm not talking about those women. And if you can find one that has all of that, who can actually have all that baggage, who can actually put things in priority, then, you know, you got something that's redeemable. But most of the time, you're not going to find that. Not in this day and age. Not with the princess syndrome going on. A lot of these women have this princess syndrome thing. So, what's another reason I can give you for not dating women who have kids? Yeah, time. You might want to just do something spontaneous, and she can't do anything spontaneous. Why? Because she has a kid to take care of. So, and this is not a bad thing. She's a mom. She has a kid. She has to take care of a kid. However, once again, that puts you on the back burner. So if you want to take her out, she can't just get up and go. You're young. You want to just get up and go. You should be able to do that. Get up and go. Hey, I want to take you on a spontaneous, you know, trip to the mountains or whatever the case may be. You want to get up and go and you want to do stuff. She's not going to be able to do that. She's going to have to find a babysitter, find somebody to watch the kid, and that becomes a chore. And if you want to do this all the time, she's going to warn you. She's going to tell you, I can't just do that because I have a kid. She's going to tell you straight up. So if you want to do spontaneous things, you're a spontaneous type of guy, don't date a woman who has kids, because she can't just do spontaneous stuff. Even if she wants to, she just can't really get up and do that. And if she does, then you kind of have to wonder too, like, how in the world is she doing it? But 9 times out of 10, like I said, she can't just get up and go. And I got this weird thing on my face. Like there's like, you know, it's morning time here, so the sun's kind of on my face in a weird kind of way. So yeah, I don't know how to get that off. I need a studio. Anyhow, so yeah, those are some reasons why you shouldn't date a single mom that has kids. But definitely the baby daddy issue is an issue that that I find really appalling and really the biggest factor in not dating these women. A lot of these guys are still hanging around. A lot of these guys are still smashing these women and still having sex with some of these women, and you'll hear them bragging about it. Yeah, you know, I still go to my baby's mom's even if she has a boyfriend, but every now and then when I'm feeling like the time is right, you know, we have that connection. You know, they do have that soul tie because they have, you know, they've had sex before, they have kids together, so they have that tie. So a lot of these guys are still, you know, bumping the baby's mom off and laughing behind your back or whatever the case may be, you know, if you're with her. So, you know, you got to think about those things. There's, you know, has she really cut off the relationship with her kid's dad? How does she handle the kid's dad? If she handles him like it's business, then you might be you might be in something good. But if she doesn't handle him like she's business, like they're just like buddy, chum, and always in each other's face, or she's quick to help him out when things go down, then more than likely, it's not a good position for you to be in. And for right now, I think that's about it. I might do a part 2 to this if I come up with something else. But right now, I'm trying to get the sun off my face because it looks kind of weird. This is K Speaks. Tune in for the next video. I'll be talking about MBDS.